Hey, g'day Venture crew and welcome back to the channel. So, some pretty cool news for the channel, guys. We've had ourselves a little upgrade to the vehicle. So, trusty old Triton has been traded in. It was an absolute weapon, that thing. It did us really, really well. As the family's grown, we had to get something a little bit bigger so we can fit all the boys in as they're getting bigger. So, upgraded ourselves to a new to us Y62 Patrol. Absolutely love this thing. Only had it for a few days. The thing I like about this the most is that it's got no mods. It's pretty much bog stock, except for it's got itself an Ironman winch bar. So gone and got ourselves an EFS. It's a 13,000 pound winch, and that's what we're going to whack in this thing today. So look, got a little trip coming up very soon. We're going to get that on the channel as well. We're heading up to Gurry, Fraser Island, and we're going to be up there for about 8 days. So expect some really cool content to come out of that. But today's priority, get the winch on board. Got a couple of other little things that I'd like to do to before we go away, so not going to rush into a million mods. Really all I want to do is just have enough done to it so that we can get our trip done, and then after that the little bits will flow on. So look, stay with us, guys. We're going to get the winch installed today, and then yeah, we'll take it out and give it a nice tighten up on a tree. So yep, let's get into it. Let's have a look at what we got in the kit. So I've laid it out all on the table here so we can see. So we've got mounting hardware, we've got the covers for the wires. Comes with a wireless remote, comes with a wired remote. It's got the shackle strap for the hook. Comes with a breather, so it'll be really good. If we get any temperature changes in it, it should breathe up through the engine bay and not try and suck in cool air or water or anything through the side of the winch. Control box, earth lead, fair lead. It's got a pretty green hook, and the winch itself, so yeah, 13,000 pounder EFS. So yeah, we've gone with the 13,000 pound. It's a EFS winch. We picked it up from Superior Engineering at Burpengary. Got it on sale. Look, $790 for the complete kit. As I said before, doesn't have isolator, but we're going to just pick one of them up. It's Good Friday today, so nothing's open, but I'll get that tomorrow, just so we can isolate the battery. But look, not the most expensive winch on the market, but it doesn't really matter. We're not going to be doing big winch pulls, hill climbs. It's really just to help us out if we get ourselves stuck at the beach, or some gentle four-wheel driving. So we've gone with that winch. So yeah, look, that's about time. So let's get stuck into it. We're going to drop down the bash trays underneath, so we'll take you under with us. We'll drop the bash trays off and see if we can fit it up without having to pull off the whole bar. But if we need to pull the bar off, should only be a few bolts. Disconnect the lights and we'll get it off and get it mounted. So let's get at it. All right, so underneath here we've got this side plate, this bash plate here to get off, and there's another side plate. Once they're all off, we'll be able to dive in and see how much space we got. So hopefully, what I'm hoping is that up through this gap in here, there'll be enough space for me to fit the winch and roll it into place. And then inside here, there's actually a mounting plate. So I'll chuck you out here on the side. We'll get these plates off, and then yeah, I'll bring you back and we'll have a look on the inside. Oh well, as you'd expect, guys, typical to a at-home installation of something, definitely not going to be enough space in here. So plan of attack from here is going to be undo a few wires, and then we're going to have to just slide the whole bar off. Oh well, not enough room under there to fit the winch in, so as usual, doing stuff at home, nothing ever goes as easy as expected. So we'll whip a few wires off, knock this front bar off, and yeah, we'll put the winch in. So look, a little bit more difficult than first thought, but you know what, still not a game stopper. So we're going to get on that now, and yeah, we'll bring you back once we've got this bar loosened and ready to come off. All right, well that's both side wings off and the bottom guard under here. So to get the bar off now, there looks like there's about 3 or 4 bolts that run either side. I've disconnected the wiring, so I'll whip those bolts out, slide the bar off, and then we're just left with the winch carrier. So getting closer. So yep, I'm going to keep going. Oh yes.
Where do you want it?
Just there will do. Got my mate Luke here. He's always reliable, always good for a lift. So got the bar off. Shout out to Luke and DMAC for the help there. So bar's off. Got the winch sitting in there, but got a little issue with the position here of the brake and how to release it. So it's just not going to work because I just can't get my hand when the bar's in here back through it. So what I'm going to do is undo the little bolts on the side here and actually rotate the brake around. So hopefully I end up with it being in about this position. And that way then I can just snake my hand in, release it, and let the cable out. So yeah, next job, jump in, get that done. Once I get that, I think in a pretty close kind of position, we'll bolt the winch down and start with the wiring. So here we go, getting closer. All right, so I've got the, it's about a 2.5mm Allen key. So what I'm gonna undo is all of the little bolts around here on the side of the winch. I'll disengage it. I don't have to pull it all the way off. I just need to get it loose, and then I'll just slowly rotate it around, nip them back up, and then that should give me that angle I need to get my hand in the right place. What's 2 holes look like? I reckon that's going to be better. Okay. So these are only little 2.5mm head Allen keys, so they don't have to be super tight. Spin it around, there's a little bit of friction there, so I feel like it runs around and it's got a big O-ring seal in there. So I think these are IP67 rated, so you know they're not just held together with tears and hopes. It's they're actually put together with decent bits. So yeah, I'll get all these screws in, offer it back up on the front of the car, and see if it looks like it's a better angle to get the hand down in there to release it. So we're back. Managed to get the winch to fit. Got this handle turned around to release the brake. It's going to be in a much better position. So now we've got to work out where the box goes, the control box. And it's just not going to fit in underneath there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run all the cables through, and I'm going to mount it on top of the bull bar where it's nice and easy to get to. Nice and easy if I want to use the wired handle. The only other thing that really we needed to work out where I'm going to position it is the breather hose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snake it up through the back here, up through the old headlight hole, on the inside of the guard, and then I'm going to put it up on the inside of the firewall or the inner guard, just in a nice high spot. So really that's all the hard work done now. That's all the thinking. So just got to get this all back together now, and I'll make a start on that. Yeah, so first things first, bolt the winch down. So this is the hardware it comes with. Like I said, got this galv, nut, washer, spring washer. But yeah, I got a little bit of this thread locker here. I'm just going to put it on just as an extra little bit of security, because yeah, I really just don't want it coming undone, because I guarantee it will come undone at the point in time where I need it the most. Don't need stacks of this stuff either, guys. Just a couple little drops on the thread. It's just enough. So little square nuts just go in the side of the housing here. Flat washer, spring washer on the bottom, comes up through and just bolts in. Piece of cake. The other trick here too, guys, don't tighten them all up fully until you get them all in, because you may just need to give it a little bit of a wiggle to get it to line up properly. These back ones are a little bit trickier, but with the bar off, still plenty of room to get your hand up and in there. Let me know down in the comments, guys, about what you found to be successful, what you haven't, as far as, you know, winches, any dramas you've had, any servicing ideas. Looks pretty sealed, so I really don't know how much servicing it's going to need, but yeah, let us know how you care for your winches in the comments, guys. There's something I do see a lot, guys, is people over tightening bolts. I watch some of these YouTube shows and people are just absolutely ripping on big, massive, long breaker bars. All it does is stretches the bolt and you're just going to weaken it. So over time, you'll get a feeling. I was fortunate enough to do a motor mechanics trade. So, you know, over time though, you get a feeling and you just know when something's tight, and then you can actually feel in your hand when it stretches. So right at that point, I shut it off. So I'm using a pretty big bar here, 1/2 inch ratchet. It may not look that tight, but I can feel it in my hands that is certainly tight enough, and this thing is not going to go anywhere because the force on this is a shear force. So it's going to be absolutely fine. So yeah, just be mindful of tightening stuff up and getting it too tight, because one, you'll never get it undone. Typically they don't come undone because the threads are marred and stretched. So yep, don't overdo it. There's just no need for it. Just going to try and get it up the back here. There's plenty of space. Get it zip tied off so it can't move. The problem with movement is it's going to rub. If it rubs, it's going to get a hole and then just not be efficient. So, and then you know what? It's nearly time to chuck the bar back on. So getting close. So this is the little breather they give you. So yeah, it comes, unscrews, comes apart really easy. They want you just to tech screw it in, and then this orange cable that I'm about to find here. They're just little quick connects, so push, forget about it. To release it, if you need to get it back out, just push on these little blue tab just here, and it'll actually release the jaws. But hey, once it's in there, there should be no need to get it out. So that's the last piece of the puzzle. So I can just snake it around and try and hide it the best I can. So I'm all set. I've got my main earth lead here, goes onto the bottom of the winch. So when you buy these winch kits, they come with all the cables, and they have these little rubber boots. And so the boots are color coded to the heat shrink that's on them. So that black one is going to always be my earth. I've got the red one with a red boot. So the short red one goes to the winch. Same thing, yellow cable, black cable, yellow heat shrink, yellow boot, blue heat shrink, blue boot. So they're all corresponding colors on the back of the winch. So you really can't go wrong, guys. And from what I've seen, every winch seems to be similar. They all seem to have this color-coded system just to help you out. So you don't have to be an auto electrician or have some super crazy skill. It's really just follow the colors. So I'll get the earth one on, and then we're nearly ready to start lifting this bar back on. Got all those bolts in, nice and tight. So yep, one step closer. So I've snaked through the earth one, got the black boot on it, like I said, snaked it up through. There's a bit of a space in behind the headlight here where I can easily fit through. Batteries on the driver's side here, so it just works perfect. So yeah, it goes on the bottom. I'm going to screw this one on, and then yeah, I think it's time to start lifting the bar back on. So geez, we're close now. Recruited some help here. We got iMac, we got DMac, we got NMac, we got all the Macs. So we've got the earth strap on, fed up through. We've got the winch cable pulled out through the hole where it's going to go, just to make it a bit easier. So yep, iMac and myself, we're going to lift it up, get it into place. DMac's going to slip underneath, whack a couple of bolts in it, and yeah, then we're going to go and winch some trees or have some fun. So righto, let's go. How many Macs does it take to fit a bull bar? Beautiful. All right.
It's all right, it works.
That's it.
Well, there's not enough.
Done. All right, guys, so bar's just sitting on there. So what I'm going to do now is I'll whack some more bolts in it, and yeah, then we'll make our way through and see if we can start getting some of these cables on. So, hey, hard bit's done. Bar is back on. So having a nice look at it here, nice and square on. It's pretty level. I've got 2 of the bolts nipped up. So what I've done is I've just gone and sat the box on the front here. I'm going to put a couple of holes in the bar here and put in some riv nuts, and I'll bolt that down. I've run the cables through the grill there, and then you can see down in here where the armholes are for the winch. I'll just be able to feed the cables down, and I don't know how good you'll see, but I'll show you. Feed the cables in through the back onto the winch, and then this main battery wire here, I'll feed its way through and then up to the battery. So like I said, I want to put an isolator switch on it. It doesn't have it. Don't hate me in the comments. I am going to fix it, but for the purpose of getting it going and getting it tested, it's going to be absolutely fine. So I'll swing back. Like I said earlier, it's Good Friday today. No shops are open, but as soon as I can get into a Repco or whatever to go and get it, I'll definitely slip down and do that, because I think it's a real key safety thing. So I've also come along this side here where I've got this breather cable. I drilled out the bracket, and I actually found on the inside here on the you call it radiator support, there was just a bolt with nothing on it. So drilled out this bracket a little bit more, and then I've just got the breather to screw back in and go on. So she's coming along, guys. I reckon I'm probably only about another 45 minutes or an hour away. So between filming obviously takes a bit longer, but you know what, you could probably do this job in about 2.5, 3 hours if you were just punching it out. I've spent most of the day, but not much else to do today, and I haven't been in a hurry, so just chugging along. But absolutely a really easy job, very achievable job for you guys at home. So I'll get these last couple of bolts done up underneath, and yeah, we're getting really close now. I've got the blue, red, yellow cables on the winch. The earth is on the winch. So really, just the last few screws now. This isn't really overly interesting, so I'll leave you here. Next time I catch you, we'll be out, and what we're going to do is we're going to go out, tie ourselves to a tree, and just winch ourselves in slowly so we get the cable nice and tight. So, yep, I'll catch you out in the bush. Hey guys, well, we're out here. It's the next day. Recommendation is, whether it's a wire rope, a synthetic rope, it all should be treated the same. Before you go out and use it in anger out in the bush, really you want to just wind the winch out, roll it back in. So what I've done is I've just hooked us up to a tree, just got the weight of the car, going to pull it in nice and slow, nice and steady, and what it's going to do is it's going to tighten up the rope on the drum, so that if we get into a situation where we need to put a bit of load on it, we're not going to bind up on ourselves. So I'll spin you around. I'll give you a little demo of the winch now. Really happy with it. It's really surprised me. Even though it was on the cheaper end of the scale, it's really surprised me how well it goes. So, yep, I'll flip you around and I'll give you a little demo of it in action. Well, that's it, guys. A success. So look, thanks for sticking in there. I hope you get something out of this. As I mentioned earlier on, I'm going to do a couple more of these little short episodes, getting ourselves ready for an epic trip up to Gurry, Fraser Island, that we've got coming up really soon. So another little DIY at home that I'm looking to do will be a install of the UHF. And if I get time, I'm also going to whack in an electric brake controller. So look, thanks for hanging in there, guys. As always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is well and truly appreciated. If you hit that bell button, you'll get notified when the next episode's up. And like I said, we got a few coming, so stay tuned, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.